Hi guys, this is Any How To Videos and this is the HTC One M8 review and overlook. Now I've had this phone about 3 weeks now. I don't like doing reviews straight away on phones because they slow down over time, the more apps you install. But this has not changed. It's lived up to everything I always wanted. You know, you've got your front-facing speakers, which are truly amazing. I've always been a bit weary about them, worried about them, but it's the clarity and the quality of the music that comes out of these two very small speakers are just amazing. I cannot stress that enough. And I don't know if I can ever go back to a phone that doesn't have front-facing speakers. Now you've got your 1080p display with your front-facing camera, your selfie camera, which is actually a wide angle. So, you know, make sure that you're not taking pictures from your belly because it's gonna make you look fat. Anyway, moving to the sides, we have your volume rocker. You have your nano SIM card holder, this one here, which you will need a pin to get out. On the other side, you've got your SD card, micro SD, sorry, which can hold up to 128 gigabytes. So, you know, phone storage, that's not an issue on this phone. On the bottom, you've got your 3.5mm jack and your, well, micro USB charging cable and data transfer cable. But the only thing with this is that center, the HTC button. Well, it's not a button, HTC logo. And as you can see, the power is not centered, and I just find that really weird. I don't think it's normal. I try to plug it in at night and you're kind of guessing where it is. When it's the center, you kind of just know. Moving to the back, obviously you've got your aluminium finish here and your two cameras, one for depth of field and obviously one for taking the picture. And then you got your flash. Now I can't stress this flash enough. I took a picture late at night with the flash on and it looked like a perfect picture. Like, if you're into taking photos, taking quick snaps with your friends, this is the phone that will do it. Anyway, moving on, here and here I believe are antenna bands, so if you wish to cover them, you might not get any signal whatsoever. Your digitizer is completely flush with any of the surface, and as you saw there, that was a gesture command, and I like them, but they can be a bit annoying when you're trying to show people things and they just come along and they're like, ah, you want to call someone. Anyway, moving in. You can either unlock your phone with two ways. You have your button at the top with your infrared sensor, this black area here, which common way of doing things. And then you've got double tap, which will just wake the phone, kind of like you're knocking on it, like, hello, is anybody there? So I'm going to go in, and as you can see, there's no buttons for the back, home, and multitasking. So you've got they're always on screen, which makes the phone feel a little bit longer, but it's not actually that bad. And try not to drop the phone there. Well done, Tom. So I've had this phone for 3 weeks now. I've got everything on it that I want to have on it, and it's amazing. The speed. It just keeps up with everything. The battery life, I can't even stress the battery life. I'll have a normal day at university and use it continuously, use it for Facebook, use it for Twitter, use it for texting, constantly on the internet. I've got brightness quite high, and it just works like a charm. Now, you do have power saving, which I normally have off, personally. Let me just focus the camera here. I'll just zoom in. Okay, so you've got power saving, but you've also got extreme power saving, which puts your phone into a state where it's not going to use a lot of battery on the display because it's darker, so it doesn't need to do the bright white lights. And then you've got your phone, your messaging, your mail, calendar, and calculator. And obviously you can just exit. On that, it'll probably use like 1% of battery for like every hour, depending on how you use it. Your background is 1080p, so it's gorgeous quality, and normally if you look far enough you can see individual pixels, but I don't know whether it's my eyesight, but I can't see individual pixels. Now, moving on to the gaming aspect, you have I can't remember the graphics processor, but it's pretty much a 2.3 gigahertz quad-core processor in a phone. In a phone. That's ridiculous. I play games like San Andreas and, well, as you can see, I've got a number of games, and I never run into an issue where it's overheating or the phone's too warm, and still, again, it doesn't use that much battery. So apps wise, it's perfect. It runs with everything and it's just completely smooth. Now I'm going to talk about blink feed here. Sorry about that, my camera decided to die. So as I was saying, we're going to talk about blink feed. Blink feed is useful for your stories on the news. If I swipe right, you've got Sky News, you can look at headlines in your entertainment, gaming, technology and science. And obviously you've got your Facebook and your Twitter and your Google Plus that you can add in. But other than just reading the news and the highlights, that's all it's really useful for. So, you know, if you do want to get rid of that, you can just, or you can press and hold. And then, I believe if you go to manage home screen pages, you can remove the blink feed, and then you have more room. So, moving on, you have all your apps that you can actually put in little folders now, which is something that they've been needing to do. But again, you can also sort it by alphabetical and most recent. This is a 4G phone, however, I've never been able to get 4G where I live. Hopefully, it'll be here soon. The camera, that's not the camera, that's my email. Thank you for that. The camera is absolutely awesome, and it's got a number of settings that you can fiddle with. It's trying to... Okay, yeah, this is an issue. Like, the settings aren't always really that good because they'll close by themselves like that. You're trying to edit it, but again, you can spam the button and it'll just take all the pictures. Anyway, you go in settings here. You've got Zoe camera. You've got Pan 360, which is kind of like if you see pictures on Google Maps and they're in a sphere, it is pretty much that, and it's awesome. You got your selfie camera. No, please don't. Okay. So as you can see, it's quite wide angle, and you can see me. This camera is actually pretty damn good, so I'm pretty impressed with how well it works. There's another gesture that you can actually do, is when you're picking up the phone, you put it in landscape, you can hold the volume rocker and then press that key, and it will, well, as you saw, open up the camera. So you've also got your people, you've got your texting, you've got your phones. This phone is amazing. I've got 3 people to buy this phone just because they love it so much. It's so perfect in every single way. HTC know quality. HTC know what they're doing with their phones, and I need to stop doing that. So thank you for watching this review, and it's an amazing phone. I love it to pieces. I'm never gonna let it go because it's mine. So if you've got any questions whatsoever, please just comment in the comment section below, or you can tweet me, I guess, at KillerTom63, and like the video.